Hello.
How's it going, odd people?
I am not your host.
Welcome to the Odd People Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Roboto,
Wow.
and with me
It's
is
going to be a long episode if you're going
Mr. Human.
to... Oh.
Oh,
Shit.
out of control, right out the gate.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
Pretty good.
It's cool.
It is
I'm good.
Tuesday.
Also,
It's Tuesday.
yeah, it's
Every day is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
If it's not Tuesday,
morning?
I don't exist. We only exist on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Other than that, we're just like empty corpses for the rest of the week.
Yes. I mean, that's how I am at work. That's for sure.
Does this
Just
go,
like a shell of a person. Yeah. You want higher?
This goes up?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one?
twist that, and then it'll tilt. Yeah, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. Is
You
that
wanna-
too high? Is that awkwardly high?
No, you're on camera. As long as you're sitting, you want to sit up straight, right? Is that what it is? Because I do the same thing.
Well, I try to.
I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's a good idea. To put it a little higher,
A little higher, so you got to be up here.
and then I have no choice but to sit up straight.
Present your...
And then it's all sorts of fun.
Yeah. I saw your post on the Mighty Guitars. Oh, yeah? Little Ron Burgundy?
Yeah. So what is it? What did I do?
saw your post on Mighty Guitars. You had the double guitars stacked up, ready. I was like, dude,
Dude, I
he's
have
crushing it.
I have two projects going. One is that left-handed guitar. All I need to do is put strings on it and set it up,
And it's fully left-handed.
and then left-handed, and I'll give it away to somebody. And
Are you left-handed?
Nah, I'm right-handed.
Freaks, right?
Yeah, left-handed people are
Left-handed people
weirdos.
are freaks.
They're total weirdos.
Yeah.
Those left-handed people. There's something wrong with them.
They're just like, I want to be different.
You know what's funny is I work with a lot of left-handed people,
This is-
and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I'm like, why? But because I work in it's like a plumbing related thing.
Mhm.
And I think, when kids were like in high school back in the day, they'd be like, take this test and it'll tell you, what you should do with
Yeah.
your life. And I think they told left-handed people that they would be good plumbers because you kind of have to be like,
Hey, man, plumbers make real good money.
is that the right word? Ambidextrous?
Ambidextrous.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Combine the two of those, it should be right.
so I think because you have to do righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, I think there's you got to do a lot with
You
your
gotta be
left
both.
hand. Yeah. So I think they were like, well, this person we already forced him to use his right hand to do a lot of other things.
Yeah.
So
I think for the next month, I'm gonna do a promotion where I only draw left-handed. So if you place an order with me next month, you're gonna get a special edition 5th grade drawing.
I was going to say, I was going to say 3rd grade.
Oh, dang.
I guess you're good with your left hand. I'm not. That's all I'm going to say.
Did you ever take like the colorblind test in school?
No.
No, where it was like a certain color circle and then there was a different colored number.
Yeah, I've seen that,
You've seen it.
but I don't think I ever took the test. I mean, unless it was like a
I had
standard
to
thing.
in school. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
I had to, or maybe because they knew I was colorblind already.
My oldest son's colorblind.
Is he?
Yeah. Are you colorblind?
I'm fine, but
Oh.
only with browns and greens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they had like the green circle and they had a brown 5 in it, I only saw the green circle.
Really?
There was
Oh,
no
that's
number
interesting.
in there, and they were like, "Yep."
Huh.
I was like, "How dare you, sir?"
Well,
Yeah, so browns and greens, and it's only like a certain shade. Like obviously, if it's a bright green, I know it's green, or if it's a shit brown, I know it's brown.
because of this, because you're saying this,
I know.
you're going to have a customer like next week. They're going to be like, hey, I have this company logo. And they just send it to you and it just looks like nothing
Yeah,
to you.
I really-
It's like a rectangle. They're like, can you just redo this? And you're like, I don't know what it says.
I really love the greenish brown color.
Yeah.
I really want to implement it in my logo.
You're like, shit.
But that's it. All
You're
the other
asking your
colors-
friends, asking people, hey, what color is this?
Yeah.
We used to, as a family, We used to know somebody that was a tattoo artist, and he was colorblind.
Really?
Yeah, this was like way back in like the early 90s.
I hope he's a black and gray artist.
And he'd do tattoo parties back when that was a thing, when it was illegal in Massachusetts to have tattoo shops. So he would he had his wife help him. She'd like mix the colors for him, and she'd be like, "Yeah, that's this."
Yeah.
I was like, "What's this? Fucking paint by numbers?" And I remember my parents had a tattoo party at the house. This was the kind of fucking house I grew up in.
Your parents?
Yes. My parents both got parrots tattooed on their legs because they liked tropical things. It was the dude had like a book of Flash, and my parents were like, I don't know, they must have been drinking or whatever, and they're like, let's get this. And I remember being like in the other room while this is going on in like the kitchen, most sanitary fucking place in the house, right?
Yeah.
And drawing Marvin the Martian. And like bringing it over to the dude and being like, hey, he's like, "Whoa, that's really good. You could be a tattoo artist someday." And he was like this big giant guy. I mean, to me, I don't know. Maybe he could have been regular height, but he looked huge to me.
Yeah.
And his nickname was Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
And he was like an ex-Marine Green Beret, like giant dude.
He was the tattoo artist?
Yeah.
He was a big guy.
Yeah, he was a big dude. Like not fat, but like big. Like he was big and strong.
Hear me out.
You know him.
Did he have a back piece?
I don't know.
Of a big grizzly bear?
He could have. I have no idea. I don't think I've saw him without a shirt on.
I think we're talking about the same guy.
Wild Bill?
Wild Bill.
Was he a Marine? Do you know if he was a Marine?
I don't know if he was a Marine.
Was he a tattoo artist?
He showed me his back piece. I met him once. He showed me his back piece, and I was like, holy shit, that's incredible. And that was it. That was all I know.
He's like, what color is that? You're like, it could be green, could be brown. I'm not sure.
It was all black and gray. It was all black and gray. I'm never going to live it down now.
Sorry.
He's going to change the logo to green and brown.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I'm going to be like, where's the logo?
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's a fun story to tell. How about Button Club? You guys are just killing it.
Yeah, man. We're doing big things. We're having a lot of fun.
Ryan's killing it too. He's got a lot.
Ryan's doing great. I'm so proud of the kid. He's adapting really well. He's jumping on live streams, and he's, everybody loves him in the FGC. Everyone knows him as like
he's the dude.
He's like the unbox guy now. He makes those videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
it's cool to be known for something.
It is. It really is.
He's a cool dude. I like that guy. He was on the podcast.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's right. I
really early episodes.
He did it at the shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and his wife Alicia did like a time-lapse video
of
us like sitting there talking.
Oh, nice. That's
and
cool.
I remember I like reposted it or whatever, and I had like coworkers like, what was that all about? Because I don't tell coworkers, I don't tell them about my personal life.
The stuff, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's a podcast I do. They're like, what? What's a podcast? I'm like, oh boy, now I have to really explain myself.
A lot of people are taken back when I tell them that I'm doing a podcast, and like, it's not a very common thing. I know that it's very common now, and there's like millions of podcast shows out there, but none of them matter. You should only listen to this one.
This is the only one that matters.
But yeah, when I tell people that, they're like, wow, man, like, I guess it is a pretty big step to like get on here and talk shit. And
well, it's one of those things that you kind of
not a lot of people want to do.
You're exposing yourself in a different way.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially us, because we're not talking about one subject.
Yeah.
We're just like, this is me. This is genuinely me and you. We're not actors. We're not comedians.
We're not scripted.
We're not scripted at all, which I'm sure you can tell in a lot of episodes.
We got a whiteboard that says Button Club, Mighty Guitars, and movies.
Movies, yep. And odd questions.
And odd questions.
Then it says goodbye.
But that's what I think. That's why people are enjoying it.
I think so.
We're just real. We just want to hang out and talk and let you guys feel like you're hanging out with us and talking with us.
This is a part of our weekly hangout.
Yeah.
As friends.
We don't talk much during the week.
No, a few texts here and there, and then
I honestly try not to because I don't want to.
You don't want to ruin it?
I don't want to ruin it and be like, we get to the podcast and we're like, well, I guess we can backtrack what we've talked about all week.
Yeah, I write things down and I try to save it up mentally, which is great. And I usually forget half of what I want to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
If I don't write it down.
Yeah.
So,
But it's good.
Yeah.
We're doing good things.
It's good.
Yeah.
So Button Club's good.
Button Club's good. Mighty Guitars are good.
Did you watch a movie this week? Let's just go down the list.
Right on the whiteboard. I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I watched the new Willy Wonka, finally.
Oh.
It's on HBO Max for free if you have HBO Max.
Yeah, I'm poor. I don't.
And, well, you're not missing anything. No.
Just as I suspected.
No. It was very, like... I mean, I get it was, like, the backstory before he had his factory, before he was a famous, like, candy maker.
Yeah.
He was just trying to make his mark in the world.
Yep.
And I believe he goes to Paris to try to do so and open his own store.
Paris.
In Paris. I think it was Paris.
So does it show the origins of the Oompa Loompas?
No. There's only one Oompa Loompa. And he's like, he's trying to steal Willy Wonka's chocolate back. Because he went to the Oompa Loompa Island, took the last of the cocoa beans.
Okay.
And then left. And so they kicked this one Oompa Loompa out to go get it.
Okay.
So it's just the one Oompa Loompa who's just trying to get his chocolate back.
Isn't that the plot line of like, is it the movie Ants or Bug's Life? There's one of those movies that's like the...
Wow, I think you're right, actually.
The plot line is that like, you get out of here, go get our stuff. That's funny.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
good,
good,
just
though?
very like lackluster, like more so for kids, if anything.
Oh, okay.
I love the Johnny Depp one, man. It's creepier, it's weirder, it's darker.
I mean, I really love the Gene Wilder one. I can see what you like about, the newer one.
Yeah. I feel like the original and the new one, the original and the Johnny Depp one are two totally different Willy Wonkas. Two different visions, two different stories. Because the first one's great.
It's a vision, a revisioning.
So you can't so you can't really compare. But the new one, dude, just don't even.
I like that. You can't really compare them. You can't say one's better than the other because they're both pretty good. I mean, I like the Gene Wilder one better just because it's like the soft spot. Yeah. I've seen it 1,000 times. It reminds me of my art teacher in high school.
Yeah.
So it's,
I feel like that one's more of a family movie, but still has the weirdness to it.
Yeah, it's got a few weird parts.
And then the Johnny Depp one just went full.
Johnny Depp one's full
weird and creepy.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
So I was going to say this about, I'll give this to the Johnny Depp one. The scene where he goes to get the cocoa beans and he finds the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Perfect explanation. Perfect jumping off point.
Yeah.
For this new movie that didn't even touch on that.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of copied that in the new one.
They couldn't they have just, that could have been the whole movie. The discovery of the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
And they could have used somebody that's not,
I was assuming that's what it was. I thought it was like the origin story of like, at the end of the movie, he would have his chocolate factory. Yeah. And then like, but no, it wasn't anything. And I don't think the kid that did the Willy Wonka, he just wasn't weird enough. I don't know.
He was too normal.
Yeah, and he was too pretty looking. He looked,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to be a little off the wall to be Willy Wonka, I think. Yeah. In a comedic way, you have to be. Yeah. You're gonna be not right.
But I tell you, I wanted some damn candy.
You wanted candy after that?
Yeah. You know what I got?
What'd you get? Reese's.
No.
Oh.
You'll probably never
Reese's.
guess. I don't even know what possessed me.
I'll never guess.
But I got Charleston Chews.
Okay.
I love those things, man. They're a classic.
I don't know if I've ever had it.
No?
That's my nephew's favorite.
I can see why.
We have found big giant ones. I think so, anyway.
Yeah.
It's either that or Baby Ruth.
Yeah, they have like the minis, and then they have like the really
a big
long
massive
ones.
one, right?
Yeah.
It's like massive. It's like
ginormous,
big
man.
Candy bar. Yeah. Put it in your mouth.
You can plop it on the table. Let them see it. What about you?
Charleston Chews.
Did you watch any movies?
So I was home the other day, and I watched a new movie with one of my favorite comedians in it. It was called Ricky Stenicki. It's a brand new movie. It's on.
I've never heard of it.
It's on Amazon Prime, and it's a really good the premise of the movie is really great.
Amazon Prime.
So there's
that's one thing I'm just not up on. I don't know
really?
anything on Amazon Prime.
So this movie, it's actually really good. It's a pretty original storyline. So these three friends, childhood friends, and they're just always up to no good, kind of. Mm-hmm. So it's like Halloween, and they do this like ding dong ditch with the flaming bag of dog shit.
Yeah.
This is the first scene of the movie, so I'm not really. This is just I won't give away anything else.
Have you ever done that to anybody?
No. I've ding dong ditched, but not with a flaming bag of shit. Like that's you really hate somebody if you're doing that.
And it's kind of gross to even set that up.
Yeah, like
I wouldn't want to do that.
The whole situation's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So they get this giant bag of dog shit, they light it on fire, they ding dong and they run, and the person doesn't come to the door, and it's Halloween, so there's like a scarecrow, on the porch that ends up getting caught on. The wind blows and the thing catches on fire. It falls over. The chair's on fire on the front porch. The house catches on fire.
Wow.
So all hell's breaking loose.
Wow.
They're over there trying to put it out. They're screaming.
The people who did it?
Yeah, the kids, because they're panicking.
Yeah.
One kid really didn't want to do it. The other
like,
two.
wow, this is a funny joke, and now we're going to jail.
Yeah. So one of them has like a shirt on, a Halloween costume, and they're trying to put it out. And they're like, I have an idea. So one of them has a pen, and they write on the shirt, Ricky Stanicky. They come up with the name, Ricky, what's a good last name? And the kid says that kid's name, which is like Stanwyck or whatever. And he's like, that's my last name. And he's like, no, it's Stanicky, right? So then the fire department sees this, and they're like, oh, the little shit had his name. So they like search for this kid, and that's what they search for. They don't bother investigating any further than the name on the piece of clothing left behind. So therefore, they invent this person called Ricky Stanicky. So every time these little punks do something, which it doesn't really show any of that. It just kind of is like the beginning montage of the movie where it's like Ricky Stanicky did it. Like it's, kind of a cartoonish, thing put together. So this is like they're out. Every time they get in trouble, they do something wrong. Mm-hmm. They say, oh, it was Ricky Stanicky, which is this friend they made up. So the whole premise of this movie is they made up this person, and this leads into their adult lives where they're in like relationships, married. One guy's got a pregnant wife. And
with Ricky Stanicky?
They'll be like, oh, Ricky really needs us he's a humanitarian and he needs us to help clean up the Everglades in Florida. So then they take a trip to Miami as friends, but they use Ricky, instead of just saying we're going on a guy's trip.
Yeah.
Which is what a normal person would do. They're like, one dude's like this pathological liar, which is Zac Efron.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And so they come up with...
I've been seeing clips of this.
And then the other guy...
has John Cena in it?
Yeah, John Cena is in it. And, what's his name? Man, I don't remember his name. He's the guy I just said he was my favorite comedian. And I don't know his name.
You don't know his name?
Where's my mouse?
Yeah, I saw the scene with John Cena when he like shows up and he's all like fresh out of rehab, but he's going through like crazy withdrawals.
Yeah.
And they're like, we need you in your best shape right now. And he's all sweaty and nasty.
So they Andrew Santino, which he's really funny in it. So he,
I don't know who that is. He
does a podcast with Bobby Lee. And he's a stand-up comedian. He's pretty funny. And so they take a trip to Atlantic City to get out of a baby shower, which is really fucked up. So it's Andrew Santino. This girl plays his wife, Anja Sav.
I mean, it's pretty valid to get out of a baby shower.
Yeah, right. But I mean, you make up a thing. So they say Ricky Stanicky needs us down in wherever, and they go to Atlantic City instead, and that's where they meet John Cena's character. He's an actor. He does like a crazy show.
Oh.
And
he's Ricky Stanicky.
So when they go back, so while they're gone, the wife goes into labor, and he misses the birth, and they're pissed. Everybody in the family, everybody's pissed. They're like, this fucking Ricky Stanicky character. Nobody's ever met him, but you guys are always going to help him. He had cancer, then he beat cancer, and then all the, like, they have the craziest lies that they could think of. So they're like, we need to hire an actor to play.
Yeah,
we need to be Ricky Stenicki.
Yeah.
So they hire him. They call him up. He's like, here's my card, guys. And they were like, they bought him a drink because they felt bad for him because he's a mess. He's like an alcoholic. He's fucking all over the place. And they have this book they call the Bible that's got all the information about Ricky Stenicki so they don't lose track of all the lies. Yeah, it's like
they went deep.
The pathological liars. These people are terrible, right? And so they give it to him. So he comes off the plane throwing up withdrawals. And he's like, I need to be committed to acting this. You guys are paying me to be Ricky Stenicki.
Yeah.
I need to like be sober.
Perform.
Yeah. So he's like sobered himself up, and he said it's pretty funny. It's chaotic. It's got a lot of funny parts.
Sounds like it.
It ends kind of different than I thought it was going to end. But this leads me to another incident that I'd like to talk to you about.
Yeah. I'm curious.
So, John Cena.
Can we just say real quick?
Yep.
I feel like Zac Efron doing that other movie about the wrestler.
Yeah.
Man. He made himself like 30 years older by doing that movie.
Yeah, and he's also got that weird fucked up thing about his face.
Is that what it is? Is that what when he did the wrestling movie with that, I forget who the wrestler was that he's doing.
Yeah.
But when I saw the pictures of him, I was like, holy smokes, like what a transformation to do that movie.
So, look at his face here.
And you look at him, look at that.
And then look at him now.
Right? Did he get like a jaw implant or something?
So there was something going on. I think he said he broke his jaw.
Oh.
So they had to do...
Like in real life?
Yeah, in real life. And I think they had to like reconfigure his jaw when they fixed it.
Holy smokes.
I don't know if it's either him maybe saying like, give me a broad jaw.
Yeah. He looks like an action figure.
Yeah. So I don't know if they said, if he said, give me a broader jaw line, or maybe it was the way they kind of like positioned it.
Yeah, maybe.
But his head is like big now.
Yeah.
On the bottom, where it
Look
wasn't
at that.
before.
Look at the difference.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He definitely had something.
Either way, he's ugly, I think.
Yeah.
he's not a very good looking dude.
That's all I want to say. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I don't think he was good looking before, and I don't think any women thought that either. So.
I did. I thought he was a very handsome man.
I don't think anybody thought he was good looking. No.
What about William Macy? He's a great looking guy. That's like the classic dad right there. That's the dad that everybody wants.
Yeah, he plays the boss of these two guys. It's pretty good. All right, so John Cena.
Yep.
Okay. Just recently.
Oh, that's right.
Went out in the Oscars naked.
Yeah.
Now, I think we've talked about this before.
We have.
And I'm a little disappointed that John Cena is now a part of the Illuminati.
You think so? Here's the thing.
I think so.
Let me counter it real quick.
Yep.
You could be 100% right, which would not surprise me.
Which is unlikely. Okay, all right.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all that they made him do this.
Yeah.
But my little input here is what if he's just like your boy Arnold and just wants to be fucking naked in front of everybody so all the girls are like, look at how nice he is. And that's it. He just wanted to be out there naked.
You think it's like an ego thing where somebody's like, he ain't shit. And
he's
then
like, I worked so hard on this fucking body.
And then he came out like that.
Yeah.
Dude's fucking gigantic.
I know.
That guy must go to the gym.
But that's a small sign.
2 or 3 times a he must go to the gym.
A little papishka.
2 or 3. Yeah, well, roids.
Roids.
You gotta stay off the roids.
Yeah.
He's 46 years old. I will never have a body like that.
Yeah, I can only hope.
6 years older than me.
Man.
46 sounds old, and then I just said 6 years older than me, and I realized that that's closer. He's closer to my age than you are. Jesus
sorry,
Christ.
man. I'm sorry.
He's 6 years older than me, and you're 7 years younger than me.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do.
I'm closer to that.
Yeah, we're just going to...
Okay. I'm not going to cry. So,
it's okay. I mean, do you want to talk about it?
I
have some questions for you.
We'll talk about what? Go ahead.
You just turned 40, right?
Yeah. And yes, everything shuts down. Is that what you're going to ask? When you hit 40, everything breaks?
Well, I was going to say, like, do you feel... Are you fine? Because you know how, like, you turn 20, you're like, I don't feel 20. You turn 30, I don't feel 30.
Yeah.
Are you finally feeling it at 40? You're like, okay, like, I feel that now.
I do feel differently.
Or you're just like, no, I'm just 30 again.
I feel old.
Yeah.
Like when I say I'm 40 and then I look at my kids and my oldest son's almost as tall as me. He wears the same size shoes as me. His hands are bigger than mine. He's a big kid.
That's true.
He's like long. He's like Slender Man. He's very tall.
Yeah.
We're working on beefing him up a little bit.
Yep.
He grew and didn't grow any bigger. He just stretched.
Yeah.
No, I feel...
just turn him into a lab experiment and shoot him up with some steroids.
Yeah.
Like John Cena.
So it's weird because it's some things I feel older with. Like if I accidentally punched my work van yesterday and now my this is swollen. That would have never happened to me.
That's how you
10
know you're
years
40.
ago.
When you say you accidentally punch something...
Well, that's what it is. I don't know if it's because of my heart surgeries or the medicine I take or anything like that, but I bruise now. I never bruised. You could have punched me anywhere and I would have not bruised when I was younger.
Interesting.
You could have just clocked me. I would have been like, oh, I got a black eye. It would have been like a little mark. I'd probably be like swollen all fucked up. Like, I feel like I get fucked up a little easier now.
Yeah.
Like, I'll bang into something and I'm swollen, I'm hurt. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I think it's slowly it's slowly getting there. It's finally getting there.
I guess I asked because like when I remember when my dad turned 40, my mom had like got him a cake with like the gravestone on it and it said like rest in peace. And I was like, holy smokes, he must really feel that. Like,
yeah. No, I mean, I think 40 is like midlife. Like this is like midlife.
You got to live your whole life over again. Just to make it to 80.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's pretty crazy,
It seems far away, but I feel like
your entire life, your whole life, you have to do it again. So just to be 80. That's pretty good.
I remember I was working at Home Depot.
Yeah.
When I turned 20.
I'm sorry.
And I had a coworker that was 30. To me, he seemed so much older, and he had just like got married, and him and his wife they went on like crazy honeymoon to like New Zealand or some shit. I remember like having a conversation with him, and he was like, he's like from 21 to 30 goes by like this.
It really does.
And I was like, no way, dude. I'm gonna be hanging out with the same people. I'm gonna be doing the same shit. And it's like, not only did it go by quick, but your life is entirely fucking different.
Yeah, friends don't matter anymore. I feel like actually when you get to like 25. I feel like friends are just kind of out the window.
Well, it's
you're trying to figure your shit out.
It's more of like quality of the people you spend your time with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know, you tend to want to spend your time with people of a different substance.
Yeah,
when I was 20, I just wanted to
figure around everybody.
Figure out the best way to get beer. And hang out with whatever girl I thought was attractive, and get fucked up with my friends and do stupid shit. Like when I wasn't in college, my friends weren't in college.
Yeah,
like I had two close buddies that.
You never went to college?
I went, but I didn't. It wasn't full time, and it was I didn't finish, and I worked while I was doing it. So it was like I could just make money instead of doing this.
Some people have to. Yeah. I mean,
so. But the people I spent my time with 20 years ago are not the same people I hang out with now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I got one dude that I still talk to every once in a while.
Yeah.
And we see each other maybe once a year. And then I have a couple other friends that I talk to frequently, and we see each other every once in a while.
Yeah.
But, those are my college friends. They're the ones we didn't hang out much because they were doing other shit. So sometimes you grow apart and you grow together, but I mean, the same crowd of kids.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I'm just trying to keep like the negativity out of my life. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you're just like a negative person and you just always wallow in your shit, like everybody does that. Everybody naturally. So like if you're doing it with your friends and everything, like it's just like if we're not going to be positive and encouraging and lift each other up, I'd rather be by myself.
It's quality over quantity.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd rather have a handful of good friends
Yeah.
than have a lot of people I hang out with that I don't want to hang out with.
Yeah, for sure.
Because what's the point?
Yeah. And I used to like tolerate a lot if they were like a good person, but just always negative. Like I would just tolerate it, and
yeah,
I'm even at the point now where I'm just like,
yeah, that's the point
I
I'm at.
don't want it. I don't need it. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the thing of, and you see a lot on like Instagram, people like throwing up red flags, like first date red flags, or
oh my God,
relationship.
You see some
like
crazy things.
Friendship red flags. You hang out with somebody and they scream at their kid in public, or they say something really harsh, and you're like, you're an abusive fucking prick.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hang out with you at all.
For sure.
That kind of thing kind of drives me crazy. I had a few people in my life that were like that.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad I don't hang out with them anymore because they were just...
You get to a certain age where you just don't need it anymore.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't realize it until somebody else points it out.
Yeah.
Where you're like, dude, did that guy just say that?
Yeah.
And you're like, he says it all the time and I didn't even realize it. Yeah.
Some people love it. Some people love to be negative and love to just like, everything is just like...
Some people really like self-pity and just
man.
Having that
can't do it.
Shit around them.
Can't do it.
It's weird.
Life's too short, man. Life's too short.
Well, this brings me back to John Cena.
John Cena.
If he's in the Illuminati, I'm really disappointed because he does like good shit
though.
for good people though. Like, isn't he like he?
I know, but his wrestling career is kind of over.
I know, but he does the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think he's done more.
It's true.
Visits with them than anybody else.
That's true.
Like, he's like a good dude.
Well, maybe he did it to push himself into more charitable stuff and more power.
Maybe he's like...
If he does this, goes into the Illuminati, and turns into a shitbag,
I don't know. I think it's all a show. It's like Oprah. Everybody thinks Oprah's great. She's in the Illuminati. She's out there eating babies with Adam Sandler. I don't even fucking know.
Absorbing powers, right? Like we talked about in the last episode. That's what you got to do.
You got to absorb that older brother power.
You got to kill your siblings, absorb their powers,
Jesus.
And
the
world goes around.
Not all your siblings.
Just the ones that count.
You need one of them to edit videos.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out.
Nathaniel.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm just concerned, I guess.
So you're still fully on like the public humiliation.
Yeah.
Engages you into the Illuminati.
Yeah, and I maybe
gives you that next step up.
And maybe it's last time we talked about it, it was the African American. What the fuck just happened to that? I think the couch moved is what the problem is.
Oh.
We're going to push the couch forward. Does it look messed up? No. It's messed up to me because I can see the whole thing.
Your side's high.
Yeah, so is yours.
I think that's just the shelf.
I think we're up against it. No. We'll leave that in.
What was I going to say?
We were talking about naked men.
Yes. Naked men with small signs in front of their penis. We think like the whole like humiliation thing like this is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty serious that they have to do this. But if you think about it, it's not that big of a deal. Like college frat houses do this kind of thing too.
Yeah, well, it's an initiation.
You know what I mean? So they probably think it's funny. Like, yeah, you want to rock with us? Then you're going to be naked in front of the whole. What is this? The Grammys or the Oscars?
The Oscars.
Oscars.
I'll say this though: if I had an upper body like him, I would probably never wear a shirt ever. So it would barely be a big deal for me to have a sign in front of me.
That's it. He's like, this is humiliating. This
isn't humiliating. I'm freaking huge.
Arnold does it all the time.
Arnold writes it into movies if he can.
You know what I dove deep into? I don't know if we should.
I hope it's not naked men.
Should we save this for another episode?
No, go. Let's go. Let's do it.
I dove into Doppelgängers this week.
Oh, yeah?
I stumbled across a page. Called Walmart Celebrities.
Okay.
And it's a bunch of people on this planet who look almost literally identical to certain celebrities. And there was so many. And it was incredible to see, honestly. And it makes you really realize that, like, obviously, we're all created differently.
Yeah.
But you can only do it so many times. There's only so many different variations of a person. Look at this guy. That's Woody Harrelson.
Woody
Harassment.
Yeah.
You see, they changed the names too
to Woody Harassment
because he kind of looks like a creep.
Well, he's in a prison.
But he looks like Woody Harrelson.
He does look like Woody Harrelson.
That's a straight up doppelganger, dude.
That's great.
I don't know. I think that's supposed to be Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp or that Oscar guy, something Oscar. What's his name? I don't know.
Kanye, bro.
Okay. He's like an Asian Kanye West. Yeah. Wow, that's great. These are great. I don't know who that guy's supposed to look like. That's the dude from...
That's not, though.
That's not the dude from James Nunn. That's the dude from Mythbusters. Yeah.
No, it's not, though. It's slightly off.
This is great.
Slightly off.
That guy looks like the Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
That's funny. Unusual Al Yankovic. Well, that's great.
It's a fun page to look at.
Yeah, they look like... Have you ever seen the...
Ricky Gervais.
Have you ever seen the things where it's like historical figures? Or not historical figures, but like old paintings, and they say it looks like Keanu Reeves, or it looks like...
yeah. Or like the one you said with Taylor Swift and the...
Yeah, and the Satanist
lady that looks almost identical.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, you can... So guaranteed there's at least like 2 or 3 versions of you. You'll just never meet them. And you don't know where they are.
That'd be great to run into them. I'd like to know what their...
Imagine you find all
what their ethnicity is. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to know, because I am kind of a mutt. I have like a lot of different...
Yeah.
I have a few different nationalities. So it'd be nice to know like where my features get picked up on.
I have one that I met, and I was pretty blown away. This girl, one of my friends, Mary, she used to work at Journeys in the Dartmouth Mall.
Okay, yeah.
And she was like, I work with this guy that looks identical to you. And I'm like, shut up, I'm one of a kind, you know?
Yeah.
And I went to the mall, and I was like, let me meet this guy. So I went to the mall, and we looked at each other, and we were like, holy shit, dude, like, that's insane. And we shook hands. I gave him a big hug.
Was it like looking in a mirror?
Yeah,
dude. It was weird?
Creepy. It was really creepy. He had the beard. I was wearing glasses at the time. He had his glasses on.
Oh, wow.
He wore all black. I was like, oh shit, dude.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he skated. Like, I was
Get
like,
out of
wow,
here.
man.
It's weird that you didn't run into him then.
I know.
If he's lives in the area.
He was right in the Dartmouth Mall, yeah. I had no idea.
What's that liquor store in Dartmouth? Right near, it's on Fonts Corner Road. Is it Cardoza's? Something like that?
I think so.
It's like right near the exit for the highway.
Oh, yeah, that's Cardoza's, yeah.
So the guy that owns that, apparently his son is around my age, and he looks just like me. Because I was mistaken for that dude, I don't know how many fucking times. Anytime I was in New Bedford or Dartmouth,
yeah,
at like a house party or whatever, people would be like, hey, what's up, man? I'd be like, hey, what's up?
What's up?
Look at them like, who are you? And they'd be like, oh, I was at your dad's store the other day. This and that. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't
remember the guy's name, but
I don't own a liquor store.
Whatever Cardoza. And he was like, it's me.
Oh my God, I have the hiccups. I'm sorry.
Oh, awesome. I've been waiting for this.
Mine don't last very long.
Oh, okay, good. You know how to get rid of them?
The hold your breath works.
Ask you questions while you're trying to get rid of them.
Hold your breath works for me. I know, like, it doesn't for some people.
You know what helped? Drinking water upside down out of a glass.
Yeah?
That's helped me in the past. I don't know.
Upside down?
Yeah, like, so you have, instead of drinking it like this,
yeah,
you kind of put it over your chin and you kind of go upside down and drink it. I swear to God.
You kind of dump all over you.
Yeah, you do get water on yourself. But I think you're so embarrassed that you stop hiccuping.
Yeah.
I think that's the
You ever see that video of the school teacher? Some girl was like hiccuping and she wouldn't stop, and he was like, come up here. And he had her stand in front of the class, and he was like, all right, now everybody stare at her. And they all just silently stared at her, and she stopped hiccuping.
Really?
Completely.
You just got rid of yours.
I did. But the holding your breath works for me. So.
Oh, okay.
I only have to do it for like 2 seconds.
That was the fastest I've ever seen anybody get rid of hiccups.
Yeah. I think I have like some kind of issue. I burp a lot. I hiccup a lot. I have like a lot of like...
Indigestion?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had that. I always have a lot of reflux.
Yeah. I hate it. It drives me nuts.
It's worse now that I'm 40.
Yeah. Oh, man. Where were we?
I don't know. We were talking about doppelgangers.
Yes.
And that sort of thing.
And we both had a local on this.
Yeah.
So okay. So imagine if we each.
I never met the guy.
Oh no.
So,
but you knew about it.
I was mistaken for him multiple times, and it weirded me out
because it's a fair enough reason.
It happened more than once. It wasn't like somebody was like, "Hey, you look like that dude." Somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey,
you are that dude."
Yeah, like remember when we were in high school together? And I'm like, "No, who the fuck are you?" Like, graduated with 86 kids. I know all of them. Yeah. I don't know you.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Come on, man, Dartmouth High, 2002." I'm like, "Not me. Sorry."
Yeah. So imagine if we each have a local one. How many's out there, man?
Right.
It's crazy.
So I think it's a matter of genealogy, though, because I'm mostly Portuguese and French. Mm-hmm. So this area of the country, at least, there's a lot of Portuguese and French people.
And French, yeah.
So I get the little spurts of other stuff that's in there.
That's true. That's true.
But like, I doubt I would go to Minnesota where they're all like German or whatever, and like I wouldn't, or they're all Swedish or whatever. They're all something else other than me. Yeah. I doubt I'm gonna run into anybody that looks like me. I'd probably look ethnic to them.
You think so?
Probably. If I had a tan, they'd be like, this freaking guy. They'd be like, what are you, Italian or something?
Do you tan in the summers? Like, not even trying?
I can. I'm the whitest one in my family.
Are you?
Yeah, by a long shot.
Wow. I get so dark in the summer times. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, my mom's like half Cape Verdean.
Really?
So she tans and like does not burn. She gets very, very tan in the summertime. Mm-hmm. And we're like a gradient scale. Like my brother, my sister, than me, like get whiter as I get to the youngest kid. Yeah. So I'm like the whitest one. I probably
slowly lost pigment.
Yeah, I probably
down the line.
I probably burn the easiest in the sun. I can get tan, but I need to start like now.
Yeah.
Like I need to go outside on a nice day like today.
You should. It's beautiful.
Not wear a shirt for a while. I need to start now.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get a good tan.
Start shooting up the steroids.
Steroids.
Get the John Cena bod going.
Yeah. That's what I gotta do. Go to the gym twice a day.
Yeah, man.
Just quit my job.
Summer, but for men.
What'd you say?
I said hot girl summer, but for men.
Hot girl summer. Hot Matt summer.
Hot Matt summer.
That's what I'm going for.
Happen 2024.
Yeah.
Coming to you
Be
soon.
prepared for me to not wear a shirt on the podcast.
In 1 week. Next episode, he's going to be jacked.
1 week. I'm jacked now.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Yeah.
So you think with all this doppelganger shit, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about celebrities doing that shit because they can probably easily access or find who their doppelgangers are, like how they do with like stunt doubles and stuff. Mm-hmm. But do you think they use that for like other things too? Like,
well, there's a big theory that
like, hey man, I'll pay you to like go out in public and like.
Oh right, yeah.
Like,
listen, I have reservations tonight.
Yeah.
Here, can you go jump in the limo and get out here?
Yeah.
With my wife's doppelganger.
Yeah.
And you guys get out, shades on, like maybe the eyes are off and they're wearing
cap
shades.
On, yeah.
Yeah, right. Pretend like you don't want to see anybody, but just be like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a very good possibility. I mean,
I always thought about it with like celebrities like faking their deaths to get out of fame and to get out of their lifestyle. So
well, kings used to do that back in the day.
I can imagine.
They used to have guys that looked just like them.
I mean, a day when you're just done with it, you're just fed up with it.
In case they were going to get assassinated.
Yeah, that's true too. Assassination reasons. Wow, that was tough to get out. Assassination reasons.
Well, have you ever heard about the Paul McCartney thing? You know who Paul McCartney is from the Beatles?
Yeah.
So people say that he died.
What is he though? Is he?
He was the singer and the bass player. Yeah.
Oh, the bass player.
Yeah, him and John Lennon sang, and he played bass. Excuse me. So, people say that he died.
Yeah.
In like the 60s or 70s or whatever it was. I think in the 60s. Mm-hmm. And he was replaced by somebody that looks just like him because they wanted to continue
the look of it.
The Beatles, So that's like a big one.
Yeah.
Even hardcore fans are like, yeah, but Paul died.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
Even John Lennon, right? Wasn't he?
John Lennon actually died, yeah.
He was killed, right?
Yeah. He was out there thinking he was...
Or killed.
He did. He got killed. No, he definitely got killed.
Yeah?
Yeah. Dude fucking
Poor
shot
guy.
him right in front of his house. Really sucks. Yeah, so it's definitely happened.
It's just a weird thing to think about.
I think. I don't know if it's Paul McCartney thing is true, but
Probably.
that would be
I wouldn't put it past
the
him.
first modern experience with that is
You know Tupac's a huge one. There's been millions
Oh,
of people
like
who
faking
thought
his
they
death.
saw
Yeah.
Tupac so many times.
Well, you think if you look at Tupac, right? He's a clean slate of a person.
Yeah.
He was bald. He had like a little bit of facial hair, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that he's kind of simple to like.
He could have grown a full beard. He could have had his like a nose job, and then that's it. Like he's a totally different fucking person. He could have grown hair out or wore a wig.
Yeah, or even what we were just talking about with Zac Efron, how he's got a whole different jaw now. Made him look totally different. I mean, it's still recognizable. But
I know, but if he were
they could take it a step further.
So if he weren't a famous person, picture somebody you went to high school with. You run into them 20 years later, and they have a totally different jawline. You wouldn't know it was them.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
wouldn't recognize him.
Yeah.
We recognize him because he's famous and we know who he is.
Yeah.
But maybe he faked his death. Or maybe instead of faking his death, they hired this guy that looks just like him. And he's off.
And had a different jawline.
He's in Bolivia now.
That's crazy.
And they got this guy with a different jawline. They're like, well, he looks close enough. People won't notice. Everybody notices.
Everyone's like, holy shit, what's up with that jawline?
What's up with this dude's jawline?
It's just crazy, man. Nothing. I just feel like nothing is real.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that way too.
Nothing's real.
It does feel, everything feels strange.
Yeah.
I feel weird that we have this much technology, but yet 150 years ago, people were like...
get me going on
dude,
that one.
I know, that's another episode, I think.
No, I mean, you're totally right. If we've come this far within like 150 years, but yet we've been around for billions of years, why did it take us so long?
I don't know. Something happened that we don't know about, I think.
We've had such a boost.
I think something happened
so recently
that we just don't know. It happened.
Yeah.
Like something technology-wise happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, you think so? Or they had it all along
I
and
think
just
maybe
hid it from us? Because like there's
I hate
that
to say
aspect
this,
too.
but I think the Nazis found out a lot of stuff because there was a lot of crazy experimentation going on in like technology and in like human beings, which was terrible. They did a lot of terrible shit, but
it's true. I mean,
I think that was a part of like them giving up is, the rest of the world got their technology out of it.
I mean, we're silly to think that like technology, when it comes out to us, is literally brand new to humanity. It never is. Like usually it happens first with like Illuminati or even people in the military always talk about how like technology they have in the military is not even available to humanity yet because like we just couldn't handle it at the time or they're still waiting for the right moment to release that kind of thing. But like
absolutely
anything that comes out to us and is brand new to us is not new to everybody else.
No, I don't think so.
To the higher ups.
Yeah, I get that. I see that.
So it's just, I don't know. I just wish like, I mean, I guess it is a big ask for like everything to just be real.
Yeah, well, I think
real and authentic. I think it's a huge ask.
The people really running the world, I think they know that we can't be trusted with that much tech. I mean, not me and you.
Yeah,
we would do great things.
Yeah, of course.
But humanity as a whole really can't be trusted with a lot of life-changing technology because
we're just getting dumber.
Yeah, we're getting dumber, and it's shit's gonna go bad really quickly if we knew what they know.
Do you think there's ever really going to be like a full-on like social media shutdown? Like the world is just corrupting the world too much?
Possibly.
And they just need to get rid of it.
Like an EMP is going to drop and all of electricity and technology is gone.
Not only that, but like they just get to a point where they're like, this is ruining humanity. We need to get rid of it and present something else.
I don't think they so much care about it ruining humanity as much as I think they would get rid of technology and like electricity. Completely for a period of time to kill off a bunch of people. Because I don't think they really care about our well-being as far as like the the people running the world.
That's true.
I think they'll just go, you know what? There's too many of them, and some of them are getting really smart.
Yeah.
And some of them, there's been a few revolutions here and there. They're going to be like, you know, we're going to put a stop to this shit. Just boom, just
drop it.
Throw the switch, and everything goes out.
No, it makes sense
and
to me.
All the people that hunker down and take care of themselves survive. And
will survive, yeah.
All the people in the big cities are fucking dead in like a week.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, we're going to send in the military, and we're going to clean this shit up.
Man, there's some people that struggle to survive in this world today. And it's like, how is that possible? If you can't figure shit out now, when everything is literally handed to you on a silver platter, like...
Yeah. Well, in our country anyway, yeah. It's true. Well, you know what time I think it is? It's odd question time.
Yeah, baby. Odd question. Question time. I like it. Let's do it.
All right. You got one from Discord?
Oh.
Is that what the plan was?
Yep.
Or do you want to read the emailed one?
No, I got it.
Okay.
This one came from the Discord. I have a little Discord section where people can ask their odd questions.
Join the Discord, everybody.
So here we go. We're going to pick one here. All right. This one comes from a good friend of mine. He's from Button Club. His name is Tomato.
Yeah,
Tomato. He runs all the retro game stuff.
Oh, sweet.
He brings the big old tube TVs on it. He carries those things in every week. And
that's awesome.
He's all out. We're so grateful for him. But he says, how did flat earth theory become a thing? We're going to give you our best.
You know what? This deserves a whole episode, and I'm not even kidding. Wow. So people a long time ago thought the earth was flat.
Yeah.
And then we grew brains.
Yeah.
And now we know better.
And cars and boats, and we've traveled. And
this honestly does need a whole episode to talk about flat earth people.
So you don't think earth is flat?
No, absolutely not. Please tell me.
Dude, I mean, if you go pretty far out, you could just...
Stop.
I can't even say it with a serious face.
I'm like, this isn't going to be another space problem, is it?
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen a picture? They use like a really...
I just read this sign. I'm sorry.
They use a really... they do a really close-up of a basketball. So they have a really, really close-up shot of a basketball, and it looks flat.
Yeah.
Like you can see like the bumps, like hills, and it looks flat. Because they're like, where's the curve? You could, so it's like a very simple theory is people, especially flat Earth people, don't realize that the Earth is as big as it is.
Yeah.
I think somehow they think
naturally
we're way bigger than we are.
Yeah.
Because, of course, technology would make you think, if we can fly across the country in 6 hours, it can't possibly be that big.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that, on a globe, the country's this fucking wide.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you mean? I don't know. I think it's a weird movement.
For sure. And I remember seeing all the videos of where they set up cameras and they tried to actually visualize the curve of the earth, and it just wasn't happening. And I'm like, no shit, it's not happening. You're not zoomed out far enough. Everything's gonna appear flat to you because
there's another video where they prove themselves wrong. They have a distance across a body of water, I think in Europe, and they have the camera set up at the same exact height. They leveled it off, and they're like, all right, when you look through this thing, you should see the light from the other side. They did it at night, and it was off.
Yeah.
By a little bit, but it was off because of the curve.
Yeah,
I was like,
course.
Duh.
Yeah.
It was like the English Channel or something. It was something really.
I'm so glad
that
that died out pretty quick. It got its traction for a little while.
It's still going, dude. It's still going.
Is it really?
Go on TikTok.
All right. Well, you don't see it much anymore.
I see it all the time because I'm always commenting on them and talking shit.
Oh, that's it. Now your thing's flooded now with flat earthers.
I get a lot of flat earthers, but I give them a lot of shit because
this may sound like a stupid question.
Yeah.
But if they're considering that the earth is flat, are they talking about pancake flat, or are they talking about a cube?
So this is one of my things that I've mentioned to these people. I said, so what's on the other side? Are you talking like a pancake or,
That's what I'm saying,
or a frisbee?
Like a disc?
And they're like, no, you idiot. They like,
I'm sorry.
I know, right?
You say flat earth, I don't know what you're saying.
So they make it sound like it's
like a cube.
like a cone, almost like an ice cream cone, and we're on top. And it's all ice that's holding the water in, because what could possibly... Yeah, because water doesn't curve around anything. Yes, except for things that are curved.
What does that mean?
And
water takes shape of anything it's in, or anything it's trying to be.
Look at a drop of water. Is it flat? No, it looks pretty round to me.
It's completely flat.
And that's the stupidest, example. Actually, not that long ago, they were trying to, there was people on a flat earth thing. I think it was on TikTok or Instagram. And they said something about, the sun in the sky. And of course, the sun's only like right there. It's right there. And it's not that hot.
You can reach out and touch it.
Yeah, it's like a few thousand feet up or whatever. Planes apparently don't go over it. I don't know.
See, this is all true if we live in a simulation theory.
Maybe.
Like the Truman Show. I've been trying to say.
So I'm gonna give you a fact, and
they can't zoom out far enough because space isn't real.
Right.
So you can't get that high to see that the Earth is round, so it's flat.
Right.
I'm a flat earther.
Oh God.
See, it's that easy.
So it's that easy. You talk yourself into it.
That's it.
So here's something that they couldn't. Nobody even responded to it because it's so
nonsense
beyond everything.
Yeah.
It's on beyond sense. So I don't know if you know this fact, but the seasons are opposite on the southern hemisphere than they are on the northern hemisphere. So we're coming out of winter. They're going out of summer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
This is because of the tilt of the Earth and how it rotates around the sun throughout the year. That's why we have seasons.
The tilt of the Earth.
Yeah. The reason we have seasons is because the Earth is it's not like this, like the sun's here. The Earth isn't.
So it's not just standing and rotating.
We're not rotating on a perfect.
It's angled and rotating.
We're rotating on our axis, but our axis is tilted. So as the Earth goes around,
what
sun,
if our axis goes too far?
So as we go,
are we going to fall out of the Earth?
It's like a fixed thing for whatever reason. Oh. As we go around, we get the seasons, because picture the bottom of my hand. This is the sun. Southern hemisphere now is rotating around, right? And they're getting hotter like the summer, and we're further away. Mm-hmm. So as it goes around, it tilts. And the other part of the year, we're like this.
Yeah.
Rather. And the northern hemisphere is warmer, and the southern hemisphere is colder. Mm-hmm. So the seasons are reversed. So when it's summer in the northern hemisphere, it's winter in the southern hemisphere.
Wow.
And I said this on a flat earth. I commented. I said, can you explain the southern and northern hemisphere differences in the seasons?
No, because life is a simulation theory.
All the comments I got were, no, they can't. There were people that were agreeing with me, or there were people who were like, well, you read the Bible.
Oh, God.
It says in the Bible, the ferment of the sky. And I'm like, yeah, that was written when people didn't fucking know anything.
So to answer Tomato's question,
yeah,
is that where the whole flat Earth thing started?
The flat Earth thing came across a very long time ago. People thought it was flat.
Yeah, I know, but how did they come up with that?
I think it was written in the Bible. You would know better than me. Is there anything about the flat Earth in the Bible? Because people are really religious.
Not that I know of.
They're really
maybe hardcore. It was a verse I was like falling asleep and skipped over.
Well, but that's a very good possibility.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility. So
they all seem to really be religious, and they cite the Bible a lot.
Yeah.
And there's something about the ferment, whatever that means.
Yeah.
They say that we're in like some sort of bubble, some space bubble. That's what they like. They like to say that the Earth is flat, but we're in a bubble, in a dome.
In a dome.
Yeah. I did see something recently that
nonsense.
Made more sense.
Yeah.
So they say we're flat, and they say, if you look at some old maps, they kind of lay it all out, and they put Antarctica as a ring, which is just, there's no other way to make the South Pole on a flattened out map.
Yeah, of course.
Everything's distorted, obviously, and then they say that, so Antarctica is actually a ring of ice that holds the water in,
yeah,
and we're flat. And then I saw another theory that the Earth is much bigger than we think, and we're just like it's an ice planet, and we're just a little pocket on this ice planet. I said that makes a hell of a lot more sense.
It does.
At least it agrees that it's a fucking planet and not just a flat disk. Everybody that's around, we're flat. The scary thing was, it had other pockets of land, so there was like giants, and they were like dinosaurs, and like the reason we have fossils is they migrated over the ice and they ended up here and they died here because they couldn't make it or whatever.
Last, yeah.
Like, so there's.
Wow.
They try to come up with these other fantasy worlds that are on our planet.
That's wild.
I said, at least that's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's like, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose. I feel like it just started because someone was too deep into simulation theory and was like, if simulation theory is a real thing,
I think it was pre-simulation
then like the Earth
theory.
is obviously flat because we're just on like a big stage.
It came from, that's where it came from. People aren't that bright.
There you go.
And they agree with stuff from
Stupid
hundreds
people.
of years ago.
Just disregard a lifetime of learning about planets and galaxies and how the planet, you made the little model kits when you were in school, all the different planets.
It's all bullshit to them.
It's all planets. You should have just made it all like little discs sticking up at different
little foam
levels.
discs.
Yeah.
Well, that's the funny thing too, because they get, like I said, this could be a whole episode. They get, the question always is, what about the moon?
Yeah.
What about other planets? You can get a telescope and see Jupiter, and
that's true too.
And Saturn,
and you can see that it's round.
Mars. You can see that it's round. And
although you're only seeing one side of it, so
what if
it appears round like a sticker?
They also say the moon is illuminates itself, and they're like, well, why doesn't the Earth illuminate when the sun hits it? I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? You look out the window. Like, you can see
pretty bright out there.
Yeah, it looks pretty bright. Like, I can see the ground more now than at night. That's how that is. That's what that means.
That's crazy, man. We just get stupider and stupider.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're out there listening, you're a flat Earth person.
I have a headache now.
It's time to move on.
I get excited about the flat Earth thing. Yeah. Those people drive me nuts.
I could tell you get a little,
rosy in the cheeks. And
you want to prove that this place is round.
Yeah, yeah. Or we're in a pocket on a giant ice planet. I like that one too.
Yeah,
that one makes more sense.
You like the cone aspect?
No, that's just stupid. We're a cone floating around
like an ice cream cone
amongst a bunch of spherical.
Life
planets.
is just an ice cream cone.
Life is but a dream.
This planet is just an ice cream cone.
This life is an ice cream cone. My dogs are barking doopy-doo.
They're trying to end the show.
Yeah, man. I think that is the end of the show.
That is the end of the show.
Yeah. That was a good hour of our lives.
That was good.
That we get to relive over and over again.
Every day.
Yes. Watch and listen to this every day.
Every day.
So you have anything to say to the people?
Yeah, let me see here. I'll throw it back to the whole Earth thing, like this Earth is huge and you are just a little tiny speck on this planet. And if you zoom out of the world, you see all these little specks. That's you. So if whatever you're going through in life may seem massive, may seem huge, but guess what? It's not that big of a deal. You're going to move forward no matter what you're going through because you're just a little speck. It all ain't that bad. So just keep moving forward. Keep living your life. Yeah. And you'll do good things.
Yeah, and be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Because they might be going through some shit too.
That's right. And your time on this planet is short.
Very.
So get rid of the negativity.
Yeah.
Be positive.
I'm already halfway through my life.
Give someone a hug today because it's guaranteed they probably fucking need it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, don't go hugging strangers because some people might.
Yeah, they might have
fight
a knife.
You. Hug someone you know. Tell them you love them.
Yeah. All right. So, audit, keep, and odds. Oh.
There we go.
So you can support the show by clicking on the link in the show description of the show, or to do the show, and you can do it. Support us.
Just do it
for as little as 99 cents.
Just do it
a month, I think.
Wow.
You can send in your odd questions to oddpeoplepod@gmail.com or on the Discord. Go to sketched Discord thing, whatever that is.
Yep. It is private, but if you message me on Instagram, I can send you an invite.
There you go. Follow him on Instagram. Sketched,
exclusive
with
club.
X. And then, you can email the show odd questions or concerns or questions. And then you can go check out all our social media. Is Instagram, Facebook for some reason. TikTok, while it still exists.
Yeah.
Go check out oddpeoplepodcast.com. Hopefully we're going to have merch coming soon.
Yeah.
I sent you an idea.
Yes, you did.
And you were like, that's a good idea.
I'm going to get it.
So we do that up.
Make it happen.
And, be nice to everybody. Thank you for listening to the show today. Go to redbubble.com. Link is in the podcast website.
And send in your odd questions. We need some odd questions.
Yeah, we need more odd questions.
We need more people.
We're running low.
Yeah.
And, that's it. We love you. And stay creative, stay inspired, and as always, stay on. Oh.